Many Filipinas are romantic by nature, and some foreign guys have a particular image and life with a Filipina in their mind that just may not live up to their real-life expectations. In this video, I'll tell you if these romantic and unrealistic notions may lead to disaster in such relationships. So be sure not to fall into these traps in your Filipina Foreigner relationship. Just quickly, if you're looking to date a Filipina and are not sure where to start, then why not check out my affiliate link in the pinned comment to the Philippines' #1 dating site where it's free to create an account. As I say, many Filipinas are fairly romantic by nature, and many have been brought up watching romantic dramas from the Philippines, Korea, and the US. I believe for many Filipinas, this could be creating a romantic notion in their mind around what a relationship with a foreign man may be like. For most Filipinas, they've never been in a relationship with a foreign man before, and many of them may never have even had a decent conversation with such a man. So they rely on what they see on TV and in the movies, and many of them assume this is how it is in real life. The old boy meets girl from totally different worlds, and throughout some struggles, they always end up happy ever after. They see the house with a white picket fence in the suburbs, with kids and a dog running around, and a hard-working, loving husband who comes home and greets his wife with a smile and a kiss. This all looks so good to a Filipina who may have struggles in life and no real hope of ever obtaining such a life. In many Filipinas' minds, they think a relationship with a foreign man, and yes, that's any foreign man, will result in the fairy tale life that she's been seeing on TV or on the big screen all of these years. But sadly, when one has such romantic notions, they can be very hard to live up to in real life. Now, deep inside her mind, I know that she knows what she's seeing is only on TV or in a movie, but it doesn't stop her from wishing that she could have that very same wonderful life, which I totally get. As one needs hope in a world where hope of a future or different life may be difficult. People tend to dream and then try and convince themselves such things are truly possible. And for some, they do achieve that wonderful dream that they've always been looking for. But sadly for others, this dream may fail to live up to the high expectations that the Filipina has set in her mind, and that can create huge disappointment. Many Filipinas tend to create an ideal picture of a man in their minds. They tend to think that a foreigner is much more responsible, hard-working family man that will never let her down and love her unconditionally always. As us foreign men know, we're not supermen, and we certainly have our faults, some more than others. So when a Filipina finally starts to see these faults appear as time goes on, this must certainly make her wonder what happened to her fairy tale life and the man that she imagined all those years ago. Now, I know many Filipinas are extremely committed and loyal to their man, so this alone for many will not be enough for them to walk away. But combine the Filipina's letdown with her unrealistic romantic notions and some foreign guys who have totally unrealistic expectations around a relationship with a Filipina, and it could very well spell disaster in the making. We all hear about how wonderful a Filipina foreigner relationship can be, and certainly I'll tell you that in my case, this is certainly so. We also hear of many disasters around such relationships on YouTube and other social media platforms, which is also true. But is the man falling more in love with the idea of having a younger, very beautiful and exotic woman by his side who will take care of all his needs more the reality than him actually falling in love with a Filipina herself. I do believe that for some foreign guys who may have had a very hard time in previous relationships, that they really need to believe that having a loving relationship for them at least some point in their life or future is such an important need to them that in some way they convince themselves that this is true love. But have they built up a life with a Filipina in their own mind based on the many wonderful stories that others have talked about, and they think it will automatically be the same for them? One must know and understand right here that all good and loving relationships take time to create, and they just don't happen. When you hear someone like myself tell you how amazing my relationship is with my wife, you must know that it just didn't happen. Much time, effort, and caring has gone into creating the relationship that it has come to now. And you can be very sure that many issues have come up along the way where we both needed to sort them out so we can move forward in order to keep strengthening our relationship. Again, I say time, effort, caring, and hard work by both is what creates a truly amazing relationship. Not a want to believe that the relationship will automatically come to you because it's what you've convinced yourself of in your mind. One must know that the mind can be a very powerful thing, and when one wants something so bad, it can cause our reality to shift and not see things as the way we once did. And what I refer to here is through logic and reasoning. Now, one needs to know that what I say here is not to discourage foreign guys and Filipinas of entering into such a relationship, quite the opposite. But go into such relationships with a very clear and reasonable expectation that won't come crashing down on you later on. Filipinas, you need to know that foreign guys aren't perfect, and they do screw up like most other men. And guys, know that Filipinas aren't always perfect and sweet, and certainly they do have their moments that can be very difficult to deal with, as most of us do. Simply, if we put each other up on a pedestal, then certainly it's a long way to fall, and boy, what a fall it will be when you come crashing back to earth. My hope here is that this video will help keep both the foreign guy and Filipina grounded around expectations of each other and themselves. And remember girls, real life is no fairy tale. And guys, remember Filipinas, as beautiful and as caring as they are, do have faults. So don't be too hard on them when you finally start to notice them. For more valuable information and tips around creating an amazing relationship with a Filipina, be sure to check out the playlist on screen now. And also be sure to check out our various playlists for over 650 videos in total. Be very sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.